segment of the Alex Jones Show. Alex out on assignment. I'm Jason Burmis filling in studio with Richard Reeves. If you missed any of the program, folks, it is so important to go get the podcast over at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.tv and listen as we go over point by point in this bill right here, the Cybersecurity Act. Only 5 dissenters, over 400 congressmen voting this in. You go to the congressional page where the people are voting on it. It had less than 6% that were for the bill. So how is it that we live in a country where our representatives, the representatives of the people, do the complete opposite? And folks, we've got a new iPhone app out there. It is free. Do not pay for any InfoWars iPhone apps, any Alex Jones iPhone apps. It is free, and it is playing 24/7, 365, Alex Jones, real information. Get it to your friends, your family. Listen, you have a captive audience when you're head of household with your wife and your kids in the car. When you're on a trip with your friends and you're the one in the driver's seat. So, bless them with real information, with truth. Richard?
Absolutely. The iPhone app, sign on that if you've got one of those iPhones, because if not, at least get an iPod and download the podcast. It's a wonderful thing to be able to have that type of access and open up and unlock minds. So I say, by all means, support InfoWars and Alex Jones and Jason Burmis. Get on board, because they cannot broadcast out of a cardboard box under the Congress Avenue Bridge in downtown Austin. So keep it up, because we are having an effect. I see so many victories all the time, but I just got to finish up with going back to this Deborah Medina thing. Glenn Beck, you have single-handedly made yourself the leader of 9/11 liar. Glenn Beck, is not going to go well for you. The Info Warriors and the 9/11 Truthers are going to hound you from now on. We actually stopped Rudy Giuliani from becoming the presidential selected candidate for the 2008 election. In that election, Rudolph Giuliani was the heir apparent for the Republican nomination. It was 9/11 truthers that dogged him everywhere he went. He could not show up at any public venue and not get away from 9/11 truthers. I predict that that's what's going to happen to Glenn Beck. You're going to rue the day that you came out and made yourself the leader of 9/11 Liars Group. You're going to be exposed. And Sarah Palin, the same thing for you, that you're trying to hijack the Tea Party movement. You're trying to hijack the Patriot movement, and it's not going to work. So lastly, I would want to say, Deborah Medina, keep it up. She's the one. She's the standard bearer for our movement right now here in Texas. I would encourage everybody to go to dailypaul.com, and just search on how you can help Deborah Medina win. Search that in dailypaul.com, how you can help Deborah Medina win. There's a lot of recommendations there. There's no way to even lay them all out on a broadcast like this. But, folks, Deborah Medina can win this race. There's got to be 1 million patriots here in Texas. If there's one, and I just know in my heart that we can do this. And, folks, the winning of these elections has to start somewhere, Jason. It has to start somewhere and nowhere else but in Texas. Why not right here in Texas? Because pretty soon all 50 states get patriot governors, state reps, state senators, U.S. reps, U.S. senators. You name them. We need to get them all. We need to see 100 incumbents in the U.S. House of Representatives. You're talking about how there's a lack of representation there on this internet bill, where you've got,
420-something voting for it, 5 dissenters.
Let's fire 200 of these guys in these primaries, folks. Let's do it on both sides of the aisle. Fire them just as fair and square as we possibly can. These primaries is the Achilles heel to fire these guys.
Again, we went over ClimateGate. We went over the Tea Parties. We went over the latest police state news. And we went over, big time, the Cybersecurity Act that has gone through the House. And unless we do something, destined to pass the Senate. Folks, it's the Alex Jones Show. Please support us. Make copies of the videos. Hand them out. And get the iPhone app. Get the iPhone app. Get the iPhone app. We will be back tomorrow. God bless you all.
Nope.